Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL whispers lately, especially from insiders like Diana Rossini, there's a buzz that's hard to ignore. It's about the Packers, who are sitting at a solid 6-3 record in the NFC North, and they're looking to make a splash in the upcoming offseason. The word on the street is that Green Bay is eyeing a blockbuster move, trading for Kyle Pitts, the dynamic tight end from the Atlanta Falcons. And let me tell you, this isn't just some rumor to stir the pot. It's a strategic move that could reshape the Packers' offense for years to come. Right now, the Packers are sitting comfortably in the division, thanks largely to Jordan Love's resurgence after dealing with that knee injury he suffered in weeks 4 through 6. Love returned in week 7 and he looked sharp, completing over 68% of his passes with an average of 7-8 yards per attempt. It's clear that Love is developing into the kind of quarterback who can elevate the team, but the real game changer could be who he's throwing to. Enter Kyle Pitts, a mismatch nightmare who could turn Green Bay's offense into an unstoppable force. Pitts, as most Packers fans know, is a freak athlete, standing at 6'6" with blazing 4.44 speed. He's the kind of tight end who can stretch defenses vertically, creating openings for the run game and giving Love a true vertical threat. In 2025, he's already flashed his potential with 9 games under his belt, hauling in 48 receptions for 612 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's good for over 5 yards per catch and placing him among the top tight ends in the league. His route running is reminiscent of some of the best in the game, like Kels at his prime, shifty, precise, and able to get open against even the tightest coverage. Not only does Pitts provide a vertical threat, but his yards after catch are also impressive. With 298 yards YAC, he ranks 3rd among tight ends, and his contested catch percentage of 58% shows he's not afraid to go up and fight for the ball, even in tight windows. His yards per route run, sitting at 2.1, indicates he's a reliable target on every snap. Overall, his PFF grade of 87.6 reflects his effectiveness as a receiver, and with his career totals reaching 85 games, over 200 yards and 22 touchdowns, he's proven to be a legit playmaker when healthy. Now, here's the interesting part. Atlanta, currently struggling at 2.7 and with some cap space around $12 million, is in the middle of a rebuild. After a tough start that saw them lose 4 of their first 5 games in the NFC South, the Falcons are looking to shed some salary and draft capital to rebuild their roster. They're at a crossroads, having just come off a slump with Desmond Ridley's inconsistent play and a defense that's been leaking points. Their plan? Trade Pitts for draft picks, specifically a 2nd-round pick in 2026 and a 3rd-rounder in 2027, to add youth and draft capital to their rebuild. It's a smart move for Atlanta. They get cap relief, around $14 million in base salary for 2026, and an infusion of young talent, especially on the offensive line, to protect their future quarterback. For the Packers, this isn't just about adding a talented tight end. It's about transforming their entire offensive philosophy. Pitts would step in to replace Robert Tonyan, who was productive last year but has struggled this season with only 32 receptions, 412 yards, and a PFF grade of 72. Pitts' vertical ability opens up the middle of the field and makes defenses think twice about stacking the box against Aaron Jones and the run game. With Jacobs running for 712 yards at 4.1 yards per carry and a plus 12% EPA per run, defenses would have to pick their poison. Either focus on stopping the run or try to contain the duo of Reed and Watson in the passing game. This move could elevate the Packers' offense significantly, pushing them from an already respectable 26.4 points per game, good for 3rd in the league, to an even more lethal top 3 attack. The scheme under Matt LaFleur could exploit mismatches to an unprecedented level, especially with Pitts stretching defenses vertically and creating openings for the likes of Watson and Reed underneath. The threat of Pitts' vertical route running would make defenses pay attention deep, freeing up the field and allowing Love to operate with more confidence and flexibility. Adding Pitts also impacts the Packers' red zone efficiency, where they've been solid but could get even better. His ability to make contested catches and win jump balls in tight spaces could boost their red zone touchdown rate, which is crucial in close games, especially as the playoff picture heats up. With Pitts on the field, the Packers could see a jump in their red zone scoring efficiency, similar to the way Rob Gronkowski transformed the Patriots' offense during their Super Bowl runs. In fact, some NFL analysts are already drawing parallels between Pitts and some of the best tight ends in recent history, suggesting he could be a catalyst for a new era of Green Bay dominance. Defensively, the Packers would benefit from the additional possession time generated by an explosive offense. Hafley's defense, which has been playing well, especially in extending possessions, could capitalize on opponents' mistakes while their offense exploits mismatches. The team's ability to control the clock and keep their defense rested could translate into more wins and a stronger playoff push. Their current odds to win Super Bowl LXI have been climbing steadily, from plus 800 to plus 400, reflecting the belief that this team is building something special, especially if they can add a weapon like Pitts. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential trade isn't just about one player. It's about setting a tone for the Packers' future. With Love showing promise and the offense poised to take a step forward, acquiring Pitts could be the move that pushes them into elite territory. It's a bold move, but one that makes sense considering their window for contention. The NFC is wide open, and with a weapon like Pitts, the Packers could become a nightmare for defenses, especially in the playoffs, where mismatches and explosive plays often determine the outcome. And let's not forget, this move could have ripple effects across the league. The Falcons, by shedding Pitts, get the cap relief and draft capital they desperately need to rebuild, while the Packers get a player who could redefine their offensive identity. It's a win-win situation, and it's exactly the kind of bold, strategic move fans have been hoping for from the Packers front office. With their current roster and the addition of Pitts, the team would be better equipped than ever to make a deep playoff run and challenge for another Super Bowl appearance, perhaps even bringing that Lombardi trophy back to Lambeau Field in the coming seasons. Now, as we look ahead to the rest of this season and the offseason, all eyes will be on this developing story. Will the Packers pull the trigger? Will Atlanta agree to part ways with Pitts for the right price? The NFL world is watching, and Green Bay fans should be excited about what this could mean for their team's future. It's rare to see a move so impactful in midseason, but the NFL is a league of bold decisions, and the Packers are clearly aiming to make their statement loud and clear. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what's next? Well, fans can expect the Packers to keep their options open. If the trade comes to fruition, it would signal a clear shift in their offensive strategy, leaning heavily into a vertical, explosive attack that could make their already potent offense even more dangerous. This would also send a message to the rest of the league. Green Bay is not just content with being a playoff team. They want to contend for the Super Bowl again, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. In terms of how this impacts the NFC North, it's a game changer. The Vikings, Lions, and Bears are all trying to find their footing, but Green Bay's aggressive move could elevate them to a level that makes them a true contender in the division. The NFC is competitive, but with Pitts on the roster, the Packers could potentially secure the top spot and position themselves as a favorite as the postseason approaches. And if they can maintain their current trajectory, adding a player of Pitts' caliber might just be the final piece they need to make a deep run, maybe even a Super Bowl run. Looking at the larger NFL landscape, the move also signals that Green Bay is willing to be aggressive in the trade market. They recognize that with the right pieces, they can push past their rivals and establish a new dynasty. Pitts, with his combination of size, speed, and playmaking ability, fits perfectly into their vision of an unstoppable offense. If they pull off this trade, it could be remembered as one of the boldest and most impactful moves of the offseason, setting the stage for a new era in Green Bay football. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Pitts is the missing piece that can push the Packers into Super Bowl contention? Would you be excited if this deal goes down? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.